chapter 2, creating character, but we've got other stuff that we have to talk about first because we realized we missed some stuff in the last video.
Yeah. So Bill's basically the only one who didn't hear it. So Billy, they changed surprise.
Where's
They
that?
changed
Let me look
they
it up
changed
real quick.
surprise actions. So I'm not gonna bounce over to bounce to the page. I'll just explain it.
Yeah.
So they have changed it now. When you are surprised or surprise an opponent, instead of getting a free turn, a free action where your opponents don't attack or do anything, instead of getting a free round, you just have disadvantage on initiative.
Oh no!
Yeah,
That's stupid.
Now,
exactly.
Now, they fucked the rogue. The assassin rogue is now trash because there's no surprise. No, because we're gonna get into characters, but I'm just bitching. There's no surprise, so there's no automatic crit. That means the Gloomstalker rogue combo is forever fucking dead.
Oh, interesting.
You absolute twats. Wow, okay.
I like that.
I'll bitch about that later, but yeah, so surprise being changed, garbage, fucking horrible take. If I am getting ambushed, I need to it's an instant panic mode. They have taken away the panic. I can now literally walk wherever the fuck I want. It doesn't matter. Did they fuck up the alert feat? Because if I have advantage and you give me disadvantage, it's just a normal roll. That's not being surprised.
We'll look at the feats later.
You can look at the feats later. I'm fucking looking now. That's so fucking stupid.
Alert is one of the origin feats, just so you know, Matt.
Where's the fucking general?
Wait, alert is an origin feat?
Yes, it's a level 1 feat.
Oh, okay. I was about to bitch so hard because I couldn't find it.
I thought you were saying it was tied to specific choices.
Level 1 feats are called origin feats.
They fucking brought it back from oned&d with you being able to swap initiatives with someone else. That's not alert, you motherfuckers. Wow, okay.
That's weird.
You can, so when you roll initiative, you can add your proficiency bonus to your roll. Wow, 10 out of 10.
I mean, before it was just a flat +5, but now now you can get it up to +6.
But that means, though, if you take the alert feat and you're a low level, go fuck yourself because it's a 1 or a 2. How many campaigns don't get past level 10?
How many campaigns don't get past level 6?
That's also true.
Oh my god. But so just to clarify, I do like the ability to swap initiatives if you want to, but that's not being alert. That has nothing to do with being alert. Why does my being alert have me swapping with another character unless I'm literally, hey Zion, fuck you, punch upside the face?
I mean, it's an automatic win if you get a swap. That's better than a reroll or anything. It's not switching win.
It's not switching with another person. It's switching with anybody in the initiative. So you can be like, I want to go first or I want to go last.
It's pretty overpowered.
Oh wait, it does say you can swap your initiative with one willing ally. It can't.
It has to be a willing ally.
It can't even be the monster. I liked Caleb's idea better because fuck you. Yeah. I get to go first.
I thought that's what that was saying.
No, it's one willing ally.
Yeah, we do that anyway.
If we, whenever we eventually run 2024, we're probably going to homebrew it that way, where it's just like if you have the alert feed, because
I mean, I would say when it's
very important.
I would say if like for a playtest, we stick very closely to the rules to see what that plays like. But I think we can all safely agree it's not going to be as enjoyable.
What does the rogue fucking do then?
Well, we'll get into that. But let's get into the other stuff first. Let's not bounce out of order.
Let's go ahead and create a character, and Zion, go ahead and tell them about the cool history behind this picture. Just a little bit.
The characters on the picture are from the original cartoon for the D&D show.
Oh, is that them? I didn't even notice. I was looking at
I was the only one who noticed it of us four. I just saw it and was like, hey, I know these guys.
Yeah. They're just a little more grungy or realistic.
Yeah, and they've aged up the barbarian, which makes sense.
Let's go ahead and look at step 1. Choose a class, and Matt, if you want to talk about your opinions on it.
Hey, yeah, choose a class. Just don't pick rogues. They fucking suck now.
Well, that's probably why it has a low complexity now.
I was gonna say, so before I went on my fucking tirade, right? I really do like this for new players. They can instantly look at choose a class. They can choose their own comfortability with it. Besides rogue, because it's fucking trash now. Barbarian, one of their abilities just doesn't matter anymore. But
we'll get there.
But now, the one thing I did bring up was, I don't know how a druid is a high complexity unless you talk about summons. If you're talking about managing a bunch of other creatures like a spore druid, I understand now.
Actually, you know what? I think I know why.
Yes.
I think I know why. It's because you have to reference the monster manual for your wild shapes, because you can only wild shape into beasts, so you have to go to a completely separate book for that. And I'm not gonna lie, that gets very complicated very quickly when I'm constantly like, because I've played a few druids in my time, and every time I'm like, which monster was I gonna transform into? Which one was it? And I'm like flipping through pages trying to find the monster I want. Or I have to go through every single monster to see, can I transform into this one? No, it's a CR too high. Or no, it has the wrong movement speeds.
Yeah, so high just means pay me more money.
Kind of.
Because you have to buy the book and the D&D monster book. Pay me more money!
It's a class with a paywall.
It really is.
But they also talk about a balanced party consisting of a cleric, fighter, rogue, and wizard, which is like meh. But they also just like, hey, if you want to like go with like a classic party, here are some ways to like swap them. So like a cleric can be replaced with a bard or druid, a fighter can be replaced by a barbarian, monk, paladin, or ranger, rogue can be replaced by a bard or ranger, and a wizard can be replaced by a bard, sorcerer, or warlock.
But how do you nice. Scroll back up for a second? But how do you say that a barbarian is average, but a fighter is low? Those should be swapped. A fighter can do so much more shit than just a barbarian that's like, I bonk you now.
I have a feeling the reason is behind rage. That's really the only thing.
I think the rule change might have changed things.
I do believe
did they change rage?
I do agree with Monk, though. Monks are great to play, but holy fucking shit.
Oh my god, are they complex?
They require a whole lot of work to have fun with, yeah.
I also agree with Sorcerer and Warlock being considered high-level classes.
The
sorcerers with meta magic, and warlocks with having their small spell slots,
as well as invocations.
If you play the wizard correctly, it should be high level, but everybody hand waves all the complex parts away.
It's yeah, because if you're talking about managing your spell book, adding and subtracting spells, the shit that goes into it, or like if you're given another spell book, it should be, but
well, yeah, because like the DM will give you a scroll and be like, add that to your book. You're like, all right, well, did you pay the 500 gold pieces and the
gems and everything else,
and the couple days to transcribe it into your book,
the special paper, the special ink that's required.
Like I'm sorry, yeah. You never bought papyrus and magic ink, so now you have to wait till you get back to town, and then it's going to take a week.
Whoa, now, is that the milk from the left tit of the cow that you sucked out with your mouth? No, sorry, no 5th level, can't do it. No.
Okay, real quick, I do have an issue with one of these complexities.
The high personally. For the bard, yeah.
High for the bard. Like,
bard got really just as and complex with this update.
Really?
So we'll see it.
Okay. Based on my personal experience, bard is not a complex class, but if they changed it.
They've changed it.
Basically they get what? Inspiration and then a smaller spell list?
No, because fucking College of Swords bard is like broken as all shit. If I can whack you upside the face and instantly get a 30 AC, I just win.
All right, well, let's move on. What do I need to look at next? What do we need to look at next?
Yeah, you just scroll straight down because like
pretty much everything else is the same. Your level is the same. Everybody has armor proficiency is normal. Leveling up is normal. There's a thing that's later that they talk about, but that's later. We're just gonna go on to step 2, determine an origin.
Choose a background. Now, I compared this to the shit that happens in Baldur's Gate when you make your character, where you choose your background and the background immediately determines what you're too fucking like. You're 17. Yeah, that. I don't know how I feel fucking about that.
Wait, say what? What is that? I don't play Baldur's Gate, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So in Baldur's Gate, you get you choose your background, you automatically get 2 proficiencies that you cannot change that are stuck to 2 different skills.
Correct.
Oh.
It is very similar to this.
But so that means, though, that if I want to make, like, say I want to make something that I want to make, right? Now, say I want to make a fighter, but the fighter has, I don't know, dexterity and wisdom. Well, that means I have to be an artisan. I am an artisan that just randomly picked up a fucking sword and decided I want to stab goblins in the face. Because that is the only one that gives me dexterity and intelligence. That's fucking weird.
How's that? Wait, you mean like as a stat increase?
Look at
allow me to explain. Whenever you're choosing a background, it allows you, that is what chooses your +2, +1 to your stats. So the ones that have strength,
it's cautious.
Yes. But you can always create your own custom background.
You can.
That is something that they've talked about. But these are just
they give you a way around it in this game.
Yes, these are just the basic ones of like if you want to just have like a normal basic background. But
this makes a lot more sense in that case. This makes a lot more sense, and I do agree with the change. I feel like it makes a lot of sense. And so the fact that you can just make your own does still give you the chance to put them where you want.
So your bonus ability points aren't tied to your race, they're tied to your background. But you can basically just put them where you want.
Yes.
And take a background.
But if you go as rules is written and you don't make your own, you're going to have some weird little fucking shit just trying to build a party. So, hermit, right? If I fucking want to do anything that has constitution and charisma, I'm a hermit now.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. And that's part of the fun of the game is coming up with your own characters and stuff. You don't want to have a pre-written.
Which is why they give us custom backgrounds as an option.
Exactly. But also choosing your background also gives you your background feat. So that'd be like tough, alert, other things like that.
And that's where
background feats.
And this is where it gets shit, right? Because if there's a combination that really has some really crappy ones, it's a good thing you can just pick your own, because I'm telling you now, the fucking merchant should not have constitution as one of its things. What does being a merchant have to do with constitution?
That should be intelligence and charisma, or wisdom and charisma.
Is it? You said intelligence. It is intelligence and it is charisma, but it's also constitution, because they're trying to like give the same amount of shit to the same amount of places, but some of those just don't go together.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense. I would say a merchant is like all brains.
They probably don't make them go together to kind of restrict people and funnel them into channels that are going to be more balanced with the game they have in mind.
Well,
yeah, I like the fact that you can make your own and customize, because a lot of these are probably not going to make much sense.
That's where it's going to get broke again.
Do you get a specific feat with each background?
See, that's what Caleb was saying. So if you choose a specific background just because you want the stats, it may have a shit feat to go with it.
Okay, yeah, then at that point you have basically guaranteed. I might look at them just to see that, like to see them at some point off camera, just for my own personal interest. But I can almost guarantee I'm customizing my background every time.
If you're looking for like let's see, like the tough feat, but you're trying to play like you want to play a wizard, you're probably not going to be able to find that. You're probably not going to be able to find one that's like. Well, you're still able to choose which things get the +2 and +1, but you're only still stuck to like the 3 or 4 stats that are tagged to that background.
Huh.
Yeah, I just looked up like the artisan, and you get the crafter feat, so you can like make basic objects over 24-hour period.
Yeah, you can make things faster. That's literally the crafter feat, but that's it.
That's interesting. So so every background gives you a proficiency in 2 skills and 1 tool. I don't think that was the case before. I think some backgrounds didn't give you tools.
They shoved tools into places, I think, but it was only like for artificers got tools. I think
artificers, monks,
man, there wasn't
rogues
many.
had thieves tools. Druids could use herbalism kits.
Rangers might have access to trap kits, or poisoners kits.
Yeah, you're right.
Entertainer's not bad.
Wait, they made
Entertainer's not bad.
They made Lucky a fucking origin feat?
Yes, they made Lucky an origin feat. I don't know how it works.
Wait, where? Lucky.
That's chapter 5. We're not there yet.
We're not.
Yeah,
no,
we're not there.
That's far away.
Yeah, Matt keeps jumping ahead.
I do, because some of this shit's just stupid. Holy shit!
Slow down, we'll get there. We have barely gotten anywhere in this episode.
So your background also gives you starting equipment that goes alongside your background, but you can also just choose the straight gold cost for it, which is nice.
That's good. That's good.
If you don't want to have like a backpack full of just dumb stuff that you don't really need, you can just have the flat gold rate.
Wait, what?
So, wait, is there...
Okay, I was about to start bitching, and then I read the next sentence. Your class provides you your starting equipment too. Because
there's 2 separate starting equipments.
I take the fucking merchant shit, and it gives me some fucking leather armor, and I'm a barbarian. I'm gonna fucking start throwing hands.
Yeah, there's 2 separate starting equipment.
Is there where does it talk about the custom origin?
That's something that you get to just make up. It's not really like something that's in the rule book, but it is something that's like in the rules, I think, later on, but it's not just here. It tells you what you need to have a background, which is a feat, 2 skill proficiencies, and a tool.
Okay, what about starting equipment for the
all starting equipment costs the same.
Oh, okay, so it's the same amount regardless. Okay.
It is a flat gold cost.
50 gold points.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Choose a species. Is there anything special here that we need to immediately address?
You can choose either small or medium on any species.
That makes sense,
and
I
appreciate
appreciate
Goliath.
Yes, you can.
I'll be a tiny Goliath with an axe.
Not a tiny Goliath, a small Goliath.
A small Goliath with an axe. Literally just a midget with white skin running around. I am the biggest.
Yep, that's perfectly legal.
Perfectly. That makes sense, though. Lets you play some weird abnormalities within certain characters.
Then it just talks about choosing your stupid past, but everybody does that anyways. But languages, you can either choose or you can roll for them now.
Oh, that's nice.
So if you're like, I have no idea what languages to learn.
That's interesting. They've attached certain ones to certain amounts.
So certain ones are more common than others.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Dwarfish, Elvish, and Halfling, since those are more common races, those are a little bit more common than the rest.
Interesting.
But that also means that you can't choose
common sign language is acknowledged on here. Okay.
Yeah, common sign language is on here, which is cool.
Okay, so scroll down just a little bit.
Oh, that'd be important for everybody to learn.
Oh, rare languages. Okay, we've also got those.
So all that shit's locked away now. So where you have to choose an origin to get
that has it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to manually pick these ones.
Yes.
If you want them.
But
primordial includes.
Well, no. So before it was when you're choosing, you're making your character, right? You can choose what languages you have from a list. It gave you all the languages you could pick. Now it's saying, do you want a rare language, like say deep speech, right? And fuck you. Pick the origin that's attached to it. And
aberrations.
If you don't, fuck yourself.
Yeah, because we always go straight to Abyssal or Celestial or Sylvan, something that you're going to use eventually.
Infernal, yeah. But now it's saying, does your character have the right to start with that speech? No.
That's weird.
Go away.
I think
that's kind of
it's
weird.
Also a little bit tied to classes. So like druids can know druidic, and like the abyssal, celestial, infernal, those can be tied to like clerics and warlocks and stuff like that. Same with Sylvan. It makes a little bit more sense that like, hey, a normal fighter would normally not know Sylvan.
Yeah. All right. So now, is there anything altered with ability scores at all?
Standard array, still standard array. Random generation, 46s, highest 3, 5 times. Point cost, 27 points like normal.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's all the same.
I like the fucking standard array by class.
Yes, that is something. Scroll down.
They kind of tell you what it should fucking look like. But
give you examples.
Players. That's good.
I will say this though, it's the same shit that like comes from Baldur's Gate, to where some of these probably don't work out the way you want them to. Like, why the fuck would you take wisdom or charisma for a melee person over just shoving it all into Constitution?
Because
I noticed the wizard, they gave him 14 wisdom and 15 intelligence. Fuck no, dump that all into intelligence.
That's standard array, not point
That's standard array though. So
where you have a 15, a 14, a 13, a 12, a 10.
Oh yeah, nobody's over 15, huh? Yeah.
Well, no,
I don't like that one.
Well, no, you can go to, I think it's like 17 and 16, right? Using your 2 origins to shove into that. But I'm saying, if you're using this as a base mark, you're like, oh man, I really don't know what I should do. You know what? Maybe I'll take a look at the thing, kind of like, change it around. Oh, they're saying that I should really prioritize wisdom for a fucking monk.
Barbarian. I mean, monks do need wisdom.
I thought monks went off fucking...
No, they're dexterity and wisdom.
They need dex and wisdom.
And constitution.
Yeah.
And constitution. Everything needs constitution. Where's a sorcerer?
Sorcerer, 15 charisma, 14 con.
Fucking... Wow. 13 con, 0 strength.
Yeah, I don't know why they put the 10 in strength and not in int.
So like I said, there's some weird ones, right? Like, if you're looking at it to kind of get a baseline, all good. If you're a brand new player and you fucking take that as the holy writ, then you're kind of fucking yourself in other areas.
You get to also determine your like appearance using a D4 now.
Oh.
If you scroll down to describe appearance and personality.
No one will ever have a 3 in a score because that just doesn't exist.
This is a roll using a D4, and this is how your character will look. So like you roll the D4, no matter how strong you are, you look sinewy. Or like if you're high strength, a 1 is muscular, 2 is sinewy, 3 is protective, 4 is direct. So like 3, you're a lot whiter or something like that. It's to help if you don't know what your character looks like off the top of your head. This thing will basically create a random character for you to look like based off of your stats.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. The alignments
alignments.
The same shit it's always been. I really wish they would have reworked this a little bit, because I'm telling you right now, the neutrals almost don't exist. You fall into one category or the other.
You're right.
It's still...
I feel like they would play more of a role. Like, I wish they would play more of a role, because it's like, you choose your alignment and then nobody cares. Nobody cares at all.
Well, it's so hard to actually define yourself, because I play characters that are like chaotic good, but I do some evil shit once in a while. Does that make me neutral, or does it make me evil, or am I still
like
good?
Inslee's a very chaotic character, and he does a lot of chaotic stuff, but he's not just pure evil or pure good, but he's not neutral. He does whatever he wants.
It goes back to good, but at the same time, it's all fucked up.
And like Gravedigger, he was a pretty much pure neutral character, but he still did things that were like good and bad. He covered for Mirg all the time. but he also tried to like protect people at the same time.
Yeah,
Mirk cooked them dinner and shit like that.
Mirk wasn't evil. I mean, right?
Mirk was pure evil.
Chaotic evil.
Chaotic evil. He would shoot an innocent person dead on the street for an advantage to hide.
We have the jelly donut. We have the jelly donut incident for a reason.
The jelly, dude. We'll always come back to that because again, it was supposed to be. I would like to kneecap this motherfucker just so he causes a scene, and I crit, and then I killed him, and fucking explode him everywhere. That is what we call really good luck in bad situations.
This is neat. They've just automatically just shown us what we get before we ever get to rolling for our health. They just give us a level one.
Yeah, that's nice.
And they've summarized it, so now we can see each one, like it's just by 4 categories instead of
it's a max roll plus your con, which I think is great.
I recognize that immediately.
That's the way it's always been.
Immediately. That's all how it's always been. But before you had to look at each individual class to see it. Now they have a little chart showing it all right here. Which is nice.
If you know what you're looking at there, and you're not a new player, you know that's the hit die, but. They probably should have included that for the new people too. Said that it's the hit die.
That's probably going to be more explained, like in the
class description.
Right below
this shows.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah,
wow.
Right
class.
Scroll down until you hit character advancement.
Okay.
Keep going. The rest of that shit, they don't matter. Keep going. So. This is me about to bitch about the Dark Souls game. I wondered where they randomly I thought that they created their own level chart. They fucking took it from old D&D instead of making their own, you lazy fucks.
Wait,
what? Where is that?
Character advancement.
Go up. That chart there. That chart that was made specifically for D&D, they fucking ripped it out of D&D and shoved it into Dark Souls with no fucking thought about how it works. Because look at it. 3, 9, 27. You lazy motherfuckers. No wonder it feels so weird.
So that's why it feels like, man, leveling up is like ridiculously hard in Dark Souls. It's like you go from like 300 souls to 900 souls to immediately like 2,700. It's like, what?
It doesn't work. And no one uses this for that reason. They use milestone. But that's why.
Yeah, milestone. It's the only fair way to do it.
Oh,
you gotta lose a character and you gotta start from level 1. Get out of here.
Dude.
I kind of like
I do appreciate the fact
one thing. It lets your players realize when they're about to level up. So like if you give someone explained it to me. You could give like battles. Yeah, they're getting XP through killing things, but also through events they can gain XP, like in Baldur's Gate 3. So like after a certain amount of time, they or like talking to people or talking through battles instead of actually killing things and stuff like that. You could do that, but
but Dungeons and Dragons doesn't discuss that. Dungeons and Dragons has never said that. That was the thing. That's a homebrew ruling.
And also,
that's still milestone. And
I saw that earlier when I saw that earlier when we were looking through the glossary. I happened to notice XP and read through it. Said nothing about anything that wasn't killing monsters. No, it just says you gain experience from killing monsters, which again is bull.
Bill, so say that you go to a count's dinner, right? And the count's there to fucking kill you, but through either good role play or good rolls, you manage to defuse the situation and make allies with him. In a game setting, it'd give you like 10k experience. In Milestone, you get fucking nothing. Because it's just a fucking dinner.
Yeah.
The downside of that...
because if you got past that dinner, that was the milestone. If you survived, you passed.
Like if that was the milestone,
defeat him, you get the experience, you level up. If you don't die, you get the experience and level up. So milestone, if like the interaction is the same thing as the defeat, then it's all milestone.
But
it's really dependent.
It's really player by player.
Is going to have a fucking milestone attached to it. And every tiny event that you're just talking to someone should reward some type of experience if you're going by experience cost.
It is very heavily dependent on player and dungeon master preference.
Now,
if the dungeon master likes to use experience points, then they can dish them out whenever they feel like is right. If the player likes experience points, they're going to have a lot more of an enjoyable time. Like if, let's say like for us, we like milestone because it feels more reasonable and easier to keep track of. But there might be players who enjoy experience points because they don't like having the long drought of getting nothing. So every time you do any small thing, you get, even if you get just a little bit of experience, they're like, sweet, I got more experience points. And that can be satisfying. We don't like it, but I can see how somebody would.
Here's the issue,
it's a drip feed.
If I'm fucking 50 experience away from leveling up, does that not just incentivize me to go fucking kill some random dude on the street?
Right.
That really relies
animals and shit.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that really relies on the thing that Dungeons and Dragons relies on throughout its entirety: faith between the dungeon master and players. It really does rely heavily on everybody agreeing on the same idea and being like, okay, if we're gonna do this, like if we're gonna play experience, I feel like all of us would agree we're not gonna let you just say, "Oh, I'm up to 50 experience. Or, I'm almost a level whatever. I'm gonna go kill one monster." And it's like that's not how. I don't think any of us would approve of that. So if at any point we did say let's play experience points, we would all just kind of mutually agree.
Yeah,
we're not gonna play like that. So
here's the problem.
Really between players.
Actually doing this in Dark Souls is a fucking cancer, because all I have for like every area is the total amount on the side. And I'm gonna be straight honest with you. If you fuckers miss in an encounter, that shit's probably just getting added to your total, because I'm not gonna remember that you missed something there. I'm gonna have to go off.
That's actually a fault of the devs. They should not just give you a total for the entire area.
Or the encounter for the entire area.
See, they're giving totals for the entire area, but you give it to us anyway because we missed it. We're still playing milestone.
Exactly. We are.
Fuck you, Bill.
That is hilarious. I loved that. That is funny. Let's move on because we're stuck on this for too long.
Gaining a level, you get to choose a level in a class, and then you adjust your hit points. It also tells you the fixed hit points if you don't want to roll.
Okay, so that's nice.
You then record new class features, adjust your proficiency bonus, and adjust ability modifiers. What's next is something I like.
Tiers of play.
They now talk about, like, hey, we're a tier 1 level of play right now. We only play levels 1 through 4, or 5 to 10, or level 11 to 16, or 17 to 20. They talk about the levels of difficulty and like the different types of power, which I think is pretty neat.
That's a nice way of laying it out and explaining it. Bonus feats at level 20. You get an epic boon. Okay.
That's at level 19, I think, or something.
Yeah.
That's 20.
I do like how it says, it kind of tells you like how the world perceives like a level 1 through 4, 5 through 10.
Oh, does it?
On my last campaign, we tried to instill that, like how towards the end you guys were like famous across the entire region and stuff. I mean, a lot for your own action, but it did work out appropriate to the tier level of play.
Mir did nothing wrong.
Mir did everything wrong.
Mir did nothing. Name one thing Mir did wrong.
Murder.
Killed an innocent.
That was not an innocent.
The halfling
was not an innocent. He was in a shady rogue-like place. That dude was a thief and a murderer.
I know what you did. You locked a poor soldier in a dirty toilet.
We burned down a kitchen.
Well, wait. When did I
impersonated an officer
when you were on your goal to rob the armory out of Port Town?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you used the sewers to go up through the toilet.
No, I didn't lock him in there. Remember, I pretended like I just shit all over the walls and everything, and I made him run away. I did,
however... You did impersonate an officer many times.
I will say this. I do remember the poor Justin the guard, all right?
Yes,
I fucked Justin the guard.
You did him wrong. That was
you
the
did
one
him
thing
dirty.
you did in that campaign. That poor guy was an innocent bystander.
Now, let's look at starting equipment, and it's under starting at higher levels. They have specific rules for like your starting equipment and stuff like that, which I think
look at there, yeah.
Starting level 2 to 4 normal starting equipment.
5 and magic
10, 500 GP plus 1d10 times 25 GP plus normal starting equipment. So they give us a straight set. Rules. Interesting. And then they give us a straight set of GP we start with, plus a random set of GP that we start with. I like how we get both and not one or the other. Oh, and then magic items.
And it gives you a set amount of magic items. So we don't have to no longer be like, do we get any magic items if we're for this one shot or something like that? It's like, if you're starting at 2 to 4, 5 to 10 levels, 11 to 16 or 17 to 20.
If it's a campaign, we can overrule that. But yeah, for a one shot, that's nice.
Yeah, but the idea is sound, but the actual fucking implementation is shit. A level 10 only has a fucking green. A level 10.
A common and an uncommon magic
has a fucking green item, and that's
it. So they've rescaled magic items.
Okay.
Common is green. Uncommon is blue.
Is very rare orange?
Yes.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
So okay, that's better then. But I'm saying so it should have been 1 to 3, 3 to 6. It should have gone up like that. Because you're not going to tell me that level 10, I'm only having one fucking green when I've murdered half of a fucking continent.
So what have they done with the gray items?
Those are, I think they might just be called basic.
Huh. Well, we'll have to look at them.
Multi-classing. Very important.
Okay. Tell
anything new with multi-class?
Multi-classing is pretty much the same, but it's the same, but prerequisites are now an official thing.
So 13
you still have to have the 13s, but that's now an official thing. You can't just be like, oh yeah, we're not playing without prerequisites. It's a part of the official rules where it's just like,
I thought it was before too.
Kind of.
There was like a way around it in the official.
D&D Beyond had a toggle for it.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're all gonna say no, heck you. We're still playing without prerequisites because why would we? Why would we play with them?
And then hit die is just the die for that level you raised, so you're gonna have a mix of hit die.
Yeah.
It also gives us a clear thing for spell slots, and if you're multi-classing to a spellcaster, how many spells you have and what spell slots you have.
Where does it say that?
Under multi-classing spellcasting. It's
I've got
class
too many things on my. Thank you.
Oh, it's mostly the same though.
Yeah, it's mostly
the
same.
You can still get up to level 9, even multi-classing.
Yes, if you take 17 levels.
Well, interesting. Two levels though. I guess you just add that. Like, say I'm a level 2 sorcerer and a level 2 wizard.
You'd have 4 level. Oh, you'd have
6 level 2 slots.
If you're a level 2 wizard, level 2 sorcerer, you'd have 3 first levels. You'd have 6 level 2. You'd have 6 level 1 spell slots.
Well, that's
wait, a level 2 and a level 2.
Yes.
What?
So you double.
That would put you at level 4, right? That would put you at level 4. Wait, what am I looking at?
I don't know. How the heck does this thing work? Because I assumed that it was levels 1 through 20. That's your normal spell, and then 1 through 9 is like the spell slots.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you took,
if you took 2 levels into wizard and 2 levels into sorcerer, that puts you down to level 4, right here.
And then I'd have 4 first level spells, 3 second level spells, but I wouldn't have any second level spells, but I could upcast my first spells to second.
Well, no, so To answer Bill's original question, right? Scroll all the way down to 20, and then scroll over to the side for 9. Basically, 16. Level 16 has to be in something, or fuck yourself.
17.
You have to be level 17, and this is specifically like if you're level 1 in a class, level 2 in a class, level 3 in a class, it's not total level. So in order for you to have a 9th level spell slot, you have to be 17 levels in one class.
Which basically means you can do a 19 level wizard and a 2 level fighter and get action surge and cast 2 level 9 spells a turn. That's all the same. That has not changed. That chart is probably copy and pasted from the original.
I don't know. Your capacity for spellcasting depends on partly on your combined levels in all your spellcasting classes and partly on your individual levels in those classes. Once you have the spellcasting feature for more than one class, use the rules below. If you multi-class but have spellcasting feature from only one class, follow the rules for that class. So
spells prepared, cantrip, spell slots. You determine your available spell slots by adding together the following. All your levels in the Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, and Wizard. Half your levels, rounded up, in Paladin and Ranger, and 1/3 of Fighter or Rogue levels if you have the Eldritch Knight or Arcane Trickster. So it's 17 total between all your different spellcasting.
No, it is 17 total from
one. All your different spellcasting levels.
No, if you had 8 sorcerer and 9 wizard, you would have total level 17. You wouldn't have level 9 spells, but you would have spell slots. Now, because you have the spell slots as a wizard, you could scribe in a spell of level 9.
You'd be able to upcast and scribe in a spell.
But you wouldn't be able to learn a level 9 spell. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to add it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so the charts are exactly the same. The dashes are exactly the same. Basically, it's saying
getting there is the same.
If you have a level, let's say a level 15, right? A level 15 wizard and a level 5 paladin. Go to the level 15 slot. That's going to tell you all of your spell slots across all of the casters. It tells you the maximum it can be, but it will never allow you to have your fucking level 9. But a paladin can cast a level 8 smite. Which is great. Yeah! Just fucking a huge explosion.
And then they move on to trinkets, which are just random things that you'd give your character.
Absolute rando garbage.
I hate the trinkets thing. It seems so useless.
It's fun little world building stuff, and if you implement it into the story or into your character's background, it could be some interesting plot.
But you choose it though, or you should choose it.
I'm sure you're allowed. You could either choose it or roll for it.
But again, it's saying like, "Hey, I've never played D&D before. How do I fucking do it?" But no one's ever using this. I think Volt's fucking trinket was like hit dog tags or something. It just it went with whatever it was. But if I rolled off this list here, where's my fucking dice roller at?
It's a D100.
A dice roller, D100, 59. What does my 59 get me?
A rabbit's foot.
What the? Okay, well, that's funny. That's actually lucky.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That is lucky, yeah.
You could attach a feat to that.
It could have also been a random glass eye, though. What is a fucking glass?
I also saw, I think it was 29, an old pair of socks.
What the fuck am I doing with an old pair of socks? Those old pair of socks have meaning to me, all right? My dad, when he left to go get milk and never fucking came back, left me those socks.
Wait, what the hell? What is 61? A cameo of a hideous person? What is that?
A cameo is a mask or a picture, I think.
Yeah. A play mask?
Yeah, so it's like, I wear this mask all the time.
How does
it's disgusting to look at.
Yeah, I'm a barbarian, but hey, I just carry around this weird fucking mask with me. Don't worry about what it does.
A glass vial.
Oh yeah, or you could go for a silver skull the size of a coin.
That sounds demonic as shit. If I see you messing with it, I'm just gonna kill you.
All right.
Like how 100 is just a metal.
Or you could have a single caltrop made from a bone.
Sure.
Why? I don't know.
How about a packet filled with pink dust?
What would have made more sense, but it would have taken a lot more effort, is if you went like origin base, and from the origin base you rolled a d20 and picked something based on the origin. So if, like, say, if you're a ranger, a caltrop made from a bone, maybe you just like to carve things out of bone when you have time. But, you know, they have those fucking, on those whale bones that they fucking carve shit into.
Yeah, scrimshaw.
Yeah.
Scrimshaw. That makes sense. But now, if I'm a barbarian and I get a set of bagpipes, okay, what the fuck am I doing with those set of bagpipes as a barbarian that can't fucking play instruments?
Take the musician feat and give all of your friends, what is that, inspiration?
No, there's no way.
Just multi-class into barbarian into bard at that point.
All right, but so before we move on to chapter 3, does anyone have any final statements? I think they did all right with this.
I think it's fine. We're probably not going to abide by most of the changes, but
yeah, we're going to be creating our own custom origins most of the time and not worrying about alignments.
It's nice to have an extra streamlined process for new players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I feel like a lot of new players, they come in intimidated. They don't know what they can ask for, and that kind of just throws it at them. Here, you can just roll the dice and take this. Yeah. And then later on, once they get familiar, they're like, oh, well, I want to do a person that does this, you know, and then you can let that happen. And they know what to ask for. And a
predetermined magic item list is nice to have as a dungeon master.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do that with ourselves. We're like, oh, you got a new character, give them 2 blues, a purple, and whatever commons, you know.
What's up, Matt? What are you reading?
Can Dragonborn fly?
Some of them.
No?
The new one can.
When you reach level 5, you can give yourself temporary flight.
Yeah, the new one can.
Well. Is that going to be our next look, or are we going to go into a new episode first?
Well, this is technically next. Yeah, this is technically fucking 4.
That's chapter 4.
Yeah, well,
next chapter is going to be a lot longer, and that's what we're going to wait till next week, which will be chapter 3 character classes. Because character classes, we're going to go in deep.
Going deeply on that. Yeah, that's got a lot going on.
Because we're going to be talking about the class, the changes to it, and subclasses, and the new subclasses that they've added.
Alrighty. Hell then.
As a bonus action.
Next episode.
Bye. As a bonus action, you can magically teleport 30 feet. When the fuck did a Goliath get Misty Step? Where the fuck? Where did a Goliath? When you hit
let's just let the giant just manifest 30 feet away from where it was once standing. Yeah. It's like, now you see me?
Oh,
no, you don't.
They're more attached to giants now. Which they kind of were before, but...
Well...
Oh, wow! Humans just get inspiration after a long rest, because fuck you.
They get inspiration for free and a...
onednd.
That was part of onednd.
Yeah. I have to go, because it is time for my other D&D group.
Oh. Okay, well... Hopefully that turns out to be some good content.
We'll make something out of it. Yeah, we'll make something out of it.
Yeah.
And then next week Will join us and we'll continue with this if we
or Cyberpunk, one or the other.
Cyberpunk.
There's an abyssal tiefling?
Yes. It's about the different layers of tiefling. So it's like, or where they're from. So like the abyss, there's tiefling from the abyss. There's ones from space, so like the Chthonics. Or Infernal.
That's fucked. Okay.
Oh, but they gave it Ray of Sickness for Abyssal. Way to give it a fucking trash ability. No. You took away... Hellish Rebuke is now at level 3. Oh, that's just fucking... Oh, it's a level 2 spell.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's about right.
But, like, Hellish Rebuke versus False Life and Ray of Sickness. Ew. Good trash. The only thing decent about the Abyssal is it gets hold person.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Later.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you guys for checking out today's video. We post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more glorious D&D content. Please like, comment, subscribe, throw it all down below. We always appreciate it, and we will see you guys next week.